Hey everyone, welcome back to the Power BI series. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most powerful and essential concepts in Power BI, which is DAX. It is also known as Data Analysis Expressions. If you have ever wondered how to create dynamic reports, build powerful calculations, or unlock hidden insights in Power BI, DAX is your best friend. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what DAX is, why it's important, where it's used, and will even touch upon the important concept called as evaluation context, which is one of the most critical DAX concepts. So stay with me till the end. Let's get started. First things first, what is DAX? So the DAX stands for Data Analysis Expressions. It is just a formula language which combines different functions and the operators together. It is used in Power BI. Think of a DAX as similar to Excel formulas but much more powerful. While Excel works with the cells, DAX works with tables and columns in your data model. In simple terms, DAX will help you create new insights by writing the formulas. Like you might want to calculate the profit margin, you might want to calculate the running total, year to date sales, and much more. In that case, DAX will be helpful. Now let us understand why DAX is needed. Well, once you load the data in your Power BI, you often want to perform the calculations. Things like computing total sales, which you can calculate by multiplying the quantity by price. You might want to compute the year over year growth. You might want to compute month over month growth. You might want to calculate percentage of the total revenue. These calculations or these computations can't be always done using built-in visuals or the transformations that you actually perform in your Power Query editor. And that's why DAX comes into the picture. DAX gives you the ability to write the calculations that responds dynamically to filters, slicers, and the conditions in your reports. Now let us look at where this actually DAX is used. So the DAX is used in Power BI Desktop for building measures, calculated columns, and calculated tables. It's also used in your Excel Power Pivot for building advanced pivot tables by writing DAX formulas. It is also used in SSIS tabular models. SSIS is nothing but SQL Server Analysis Services for enterprise level data models. So DAX is mainly used in these three different softwares. We'll be focusing on Power BI Desktop. Now let us look at what we can create with help of DAX. So with the help of DAX, you can create these three things. The first one is calculated column, the next one is the measure, and the third one is a calculated table. So what is a calculated column? These are just the added columns to the table that you are already having. It is just like adding a new column to the already existing table. Just like you add a new column in Excel, the same way you can add a new column in Power BI using DAX. Then the next one is a measure. Measure are nothing but dynamic calculations like total sales, average price, and so on. They respond to the filters in visuals. And the third one that you can create with a DAX is a calculated table. So these are the new tables, derived tables that you create from the existing ones by writing some DAX formulas or by writing some DAX expressions. So what are these different types of the DAX functions that are available by Microsoft? DAX offers hundreds of the functions, but they are grouped into few categories. Like some of them are aggregations, time intelligence, filter functions, logical functions, math and text functions, relationship functions, table manipulation functions, and so on. Aggregation functions include the functions like sum function, average function, count function, mean function, and the max functions. So you might have also used this function in your Excel as well, right? Then there comes time intelligence functions, which are very important to calculate the same period last year's calculations or the total year to date growth, right? It is used for comparing the data over time, or if you want to compare the last year performance with the current year's performance. So in that case, time intelligence functions will be helpful. Then there are certain filter functions like calculate function, filter function. These are the real important and the powerful tools of the DAX. They allow you to modify or override the filters. Then there comes logical functions. Some of them are like if function, and function, or function, switch function, which help you build conditional logic in your calculations. And then there comes the textual functions or the text functions like the concatenate, which is used to combine the two different text strings, the length function, upper function, lower function, and so on. They are basically used for formatting and the calculations purposes. But the true magic of DAX will lie in how you combine these functions together. Now let us touch upon the topic, which is the evaluation context, which is very important. Context is nothing but conditions under which your DAX formula or your DAX expression is getting evaluated, is getting calculated. So there are two types of the context that you should be familiar with. The first one is the row context and the next one is the filter context. So what the row context is? So imagine you have a Excel sheet or a table and you want to calculate the profit. So you are having the selling price and you are having the cost price. So how can you compute the profit is you will subtract your cost price from the selling price, right? In that case, you will be following the row context. You will be calculating the value for each row separately, right? So that's what the row context is. So row context is nothing but calculate this formula for each individual row. And then there comes filter context. For that, imagine you are looking at your Power BI report and you click on here 2024 or region Asia. So the numbers or the visuals that are present in your report will instantly change to show you the data for the selected filters, right? That's because the Power BI automatically applied the filter on that. So filter context means the result of your formula will depend on which filters are active. So let's recap. DAX is nothing but data analysis expressions. That's the brain behind your Power BI calculations. It is needed to perform advanced and the dynamic calculations. It is used in variety of the softwares like Power BI Desktop, Excel Power Pivot, and SSS Tabular model. It will help you create measures, calculated columns, and the calculated tables. It comes up with the powerful functions, and understanding the row and the filter context is really very important. That's it for the video. Drop a comment below if you want me to cover any specific tax topic next. Thanks for watching till here and I will see you in the next video.